All right, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome. Phil here live on the stream. Today is Sunday, March 19th, 2017. And it is the final countdown, folks, for a few things, actually. First of all, we're very quickly approaching the end of March. And March has been a pretty packed month so far in regards to video game releases, right? We had the conclusion of Horizon Zero Dawn. We had the launch of the Nintendo Switch. What an epic fail that was for me. We had the launch of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Oh, shout out to Retro, who just did a 10-bit cheer in the stream chat because I'm drinking a Kickstart this morning, and I mentioned it, and he mentioned it. And then we had Nier Automata, which I did a single run through. Didn't have a chance to do a second one, but I did one single run through, right? And now I've been playing Danganronpa, which had its re-release on PS4. And coming up, this week, and this is the other thing that's the final countdown for, Mass Effect Andromeda, folks. Tomorrow night, I'll be covering Mass Effect Andromeda. I certainly hope that you're excited for that. I'll be doing a special, I would say midnight release, except there are no midnight releases for me really anymore because I live on the West Coast. So it's really a 9 p.m. release for me. In fact, tonight, I'm going to pre-order and pre-download the game on my PlayStation 4 in anticipation of tomorrow night's launch stream. Okay? Well, thank you to DSP Fan Dude, who just subscribed to the channel with Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. I should say this. I think as of this morning, we're now up to like 210 subscribers here on my Twitch channel, something like that. That's awesome. In the past couple of weeks, since I've changed up my streaming strategy, and I'm now focusing primarily on the interactions with everyone here in the stream, I've got a ton more subs. I used to only have like around 120 to 130. Now I have over 200 already, and growing. And I'm noticing a lot more people are following the channel, a lot more people are subbing to the channel, and I'm certainly anticipating, this week with Mass Effect Andromeda, next week with the Dark Souls 3 DLC, and the next episode of The Walking Dead and all that going on. I'm anticipating a lot more newcomers, a lot more people who maybe normally haven't been around to watch me stream. Maybe they're not interested in Zelda, which has been what I've been primarily streaming for weeks now. Maybe we'll get a bunch of new influx of people coming to the channel. This is quite exciting to have my Twitch channel growing the way that it is. I'm very pleased with the way things have been going. So thanks for everyone for that. Very nice. But anyway, yeah, great stuff going on. And Mass Effect Andromeda launching tomorrow. I hope that all of you will be here tomorrow night, Monday night, at 9 p.m. Pacific time for the launch of Mass Effect Andromeda. It'll be about a 2-hour gameplay stream. And then I'll be doing double streams of the game this Tuesday. One at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and then one at 7 p.m. Pacific time, okay? So tons of Mass Effect Andromeda coming up for those of you who are interested, and that'll be continuing on later in the week as well, all right? Popsicolo is asking, when can I get more emotes? I can get more emotes, I believe, when we hit 250 subscribers. So right now I have 8 emotes. I believe when we hit 250 subscribers, I can have 10. So we could add 2 more emotes. Even when we hit that. I don't know how long it'll take, but if we hit it, that would be pretty awesome, okay? And the thing is, like I said, with the new playthroughs coming up, right? Mass Effect Andromeda and everything, I get the feeling we're going to have some funny situations where maybe there will be a cool situation for a fun new emote here on Twitch, okay? So that's pretty awesome. What is the schedule for today, though? Today, 4 more hours of Zelda Breath of the Wild right here on live stream, okay? 4 more hours today. My goal is to head towards Gerudo Valley and to try to meet up with the Gerudo race, which is, historically one of the big races of the Zelda franchise, and to see what we could do there, because we've kind of been in limbo for the past couple of days. I've been exploring Death Mountain and then doing the Lost Woods. Yesterday I did the Shadow Forest, and I did all the kind of areas around Hyrule Castle. So today I would like to try to get to a new race. So that's going to be the focus today. Head towards Gerudo Valley, see if we can get there and see what we can discover once we get there, because I honestly have no idea what's going to be there once we get there. Okay? Fair enough, folks? So that's today's goal. Now later tonight, I will be doing the weekly preview So which I'll fully explain how this week's going to be covered, because it is going to be an interesting mix of many different games. You know, Mass Effect, Zelda, Danganronpa, all going to be mixed together and balanced this week. So that's a good thing. Good variety, finally. For those who have been bored of just the one or two things, we'll have some other stuff going on. That's always a good thing. Also tonight, I'm going to see if I can maybe add 1 to 2 new designs to my Teespring shop. So for those of you who have not been paying attention, maybe you haven't been around for the past couple of days, head over to my vlogging channel, The King of Hate Vlogs, and yesterday I put out a special vlog showing off my new Teespring merchandise. Pretty awesome stuff. I got 2 t-shirts and a mug so far. In fact, today I'm once again wearing the t-shirt. I'm pressing buttons for the stream. You'll see it on webcam today. I think tomorrow for the big launch of Mass Effect, I'll be wearing the Skull shirt to show everyone what the Skull shirt looks like. Okay? But yeah, pretty awesome quality merchandise. I'm very pleased with how it came out, and everyone is currently getting their first slew, their first wave of merchandise that was ordered a couple weeks ago. It takes about 2 weeks to process, but everyone's getting them now and sending me pictures on social media, and I'm posting them up on my Twitter. So if you do get some merchandise that you maybe ordered a couple weeks ago, recently, if it shows up, let me know, and I will post that up on my social media. But it's funny, because I knew I had a little bit of a drought this week with the Teespring stuff. And I knew that it was probably because the initial rush had happened, and then after that, so there's a lot of people who maybe are interested, but they're skeptical because they don't want to place an order on something that they haven't seen in person, and or they haven't seen the quality of the product. They were probably waiting for me to get something so I could show it off in a video, and then I could show them the quality. Immediately after I uploaded this vlog yesterday about the Teespring stuff, I got 2 orders. So it works. That's why I did the video. I knew it was gonna, you know, convince some more people to maybe, you know, purchase some stuff. So give it a look. I'll actually, right now, I'll post it up in the stream chat. Hold on. Alright, I just did the Teespring command. So check out my store there, teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. It's been great so far, and like I said, later tonight I may actually add a few more designs to the store. I actually got 6 new designs this week. 6! So I have a lot to work with here. I maybe will add 1 to 2 tonight, possibly. And what I think I'll also do tonight, I'll mix up some of the merchandise, because a lot of this stuff's been there for a few weeks now. Maybe what I'll do is try to add a few new mugs or whatever. And as I add new artwork and stuff, maybe I'll make a video. It's like Attorney of Forever just said it in the stream chat. He says, why don't you make a weekly video to keep some hype going for the new products? No, it makes sense. Maybe once a week I'll make a video and say, oh, you know, here's the new stuff that's in the shop this week, and, you know, here's the new artwork, and yada, 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 and go from there. Yeah, that could be pretty cool. So thanks to anyone who has ordered. If you haven't yet, give it a look, okay? So that's been going on. That's cool. That's what I'll be working on tonight. The weekend preview as well as Teespring stuff. Also, later tonight, I'm going to see if maybe I can squeeze in another hour of Danganronpa. Okay? Oh, thank you to Crosswheeled, who just subscribed to the channel with Twitch Prime. Thank you, Crosswheeled. I think that's pushed us over the 210 subscriber mark now, actually. I'm not 100%, but I think it did. I think it actually pushed us over. I'll have to double check that later. I don't have that open right in front of me right now. But awesome. Thank you, Crosswheel. I'm going to see if I can maybe squeeze in a little bit more Danganronpa. Because what I'd like to do is maybe between tonight and tomorrow, squeeze in another hour or 2 of gameplay. Because here's the bottom line, folks. Tomorrow I know I'm playing Zelda and Mass Effect. Tuesday I'm playing Mass Effect all day. Wednesday's my day off. And then Thursday I know I'm playing Mass Effect probably a lot. So probably the first chance I'm going to get to play more Danganronpa may be the end of the week. So I want to maybe get in one more session so that for those who have been following along the playthrough the past 4 days, you don't have massive blue balls. You know what I mean? I certainly don't want anyone... Yeah, I don't want anyone feeling like, man, I'm left out in the cold with this playthrough. Don't worry, Danganronpa is going to be a full playthrough. It is going to be continuing. It's going to be something that's going to be stretched out and balanced with all the new releases. Okay? So I know a lot of people have been enjoying it the past 4 days because I've been playing it non-stop. It is going to slow down to make way for the new releases, but it will be continuing. Alright? Don't worry, never fear. and it will continue to be an offline playthrough, okay? Alrighty. Bent Boxer says, in Mass Effect, you will have blue people sucking on your balls instead. I don't even want to know what that means. Not only because it sounds incredibly disturbing to me, but also because it may potentially have spoilers about the game, and I don't want to be spoiled about Mass Effect Andromeda at all, okay? Okay, I got a few more quick things to talk about, folks. Actually, you know what? I'm going to quickly do 2 quick plugs, and then I have a quick story to tell you, and then we'll get started, okay? 2 quick plugs. Number 1, Patreon. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil. I know I haven't been talking a lot about this recently because I've been focusing on the Twitch stuff, okay? But it should be noted that this month I do have a Patreon goal. It is the return of the Twitch and Chill event, but this special event will be for patrons only, because the past 2 ones have been open events where anyone could join, and it's been fun, but at the same time, it's been the same kind of people who keep getting into the sessions, and that's not fair to those who are big fans of mine and want to get in and participate in, you know, a round of Quiplash or a round of that murder game, or, you know, what's the other one? There's like 3 or 4 good ones there with the Jackbox party packs, right? Thank you to Morgana, who has tipped me $1. Appreciative thank you to Morgana for the $1 tip. Thanks very much. So yeah, patrons only, or patron exclusive Twitch and Chill event coming up. If you pledge $5 or more by the end of this month, you will be guaranteed a spot in this upcoming Twitch and Chill event. So no more, the same people getting in every round and being detractors and kind of being annoying. Even though it's fine, I've been rolling with the punches with these Twitch and Chill events, and it's been entertaining because of that. I know that there's fans of mine that want to participate too, and they don't get a chance, okay? So, yeah, that's going to be fun. $5 or more pledged to my Patreon by the end of the month. Keep in mind, you also get your own personal perks, like getting text or verbal thank yous in my videos, getting your questions answered on my bi-monthly show, Ask the King, which, by the way, it is coming up in April. I'm not sure when yet, but sometime in April I will be doing an episode of Ask the King, okay? Or getting a private Q&A video made. I actually just made one the other day for someone, and they really enjoyed it. So, shout out to Bomb Jin Likes Thed, who gave a 10-bit cheer and says, will I ever get into the political scene? Listen, it's definitely a possibility, and what I mean by that is, am I going to be running for office? Probably not. Would I ever talk about politics? Possibly. The few times that I've talked about politics on Twitter seem to get a pretty positive overall reaction. The bottom line, though, is that politics is one of those things that's very, very divisive. And if you say one thing to one side or one thing to the other side, the bottom line is that people could basically get turned off from the stuff that you're mainly known for, right? So let's be honest here. If I come out and I say a very polarizing political statement, because it's part of my personal beliefs, and people are either in disagreement or even maybe offended by that statement, chances are they may say, well, that's it. I'm not going to watch Phil's streams anymore. I'm not going to watch Phil's videos anymore because he's ideologically on the other side from where I am, and I can't support someone who's like that. I personally think that's ridiculous. I think that if you're an intelligent adult and a mature adult, you realize that you can have a disagreement with someone, but still respect them and watch them for the things that they're known for. You know, I'm known as being a gamer, an entertainer, a YouTuber, and a streamer. I cover new releases. I review games. I have fun streams now with everyone, interactive streams. I have fun playthroughs on YouTube. That's what I'm known for. Just because I say something politically that maybe you don't agree with doesn't mean that the other stuff I do isn't fun anymore. You know what I mean? But that's what I mean. I'd be very afraid. Well, not necessarily afraid. I'd be very apprehensive to jump into a political realm and start making political statements, especially when you know what's going to happen. There will be a segment of my audience who may be turned off. So I've considered it. I actually talked about it a couple months ago that now would be the time, right? Strike when the iron is hot, as they say. Okay? Now that the political climate is hot both in Europe and America, it may be time to start doing that kind of stuff. Right now, I'm mainly enjoying focusing on my gameplay streams, changing my gameplay streams into something that are more interactive and more fun, and making my Twitch channel more successful. Politics is something I could always jump into at any time, okay? All right. Whoa, shout out to Ernoant, who just said we could still drink beer and play games together if we disagree politically. He did a 1,000-bit cheer for that one. Wow, thank you, Ernoant. I agree. For me, there's people out there, okay, who I 100% disagree with some of the things that they say about politics. But I find them entertaining. I find them having good personalities and overall generally being good people. So I could still watch their content, whether it's they're a YouTuber or they're an actor or they're a filmmaker, whoever they are, you know what I mean? Like, there's some people out there I really disagree with ideologically with some of the things they stand for, but I could still go watch a movie they make or something. That doesn't stand in the way of the enjoyment of their art. You know what I mean? But that's just me. A lot of people aren't like that, you know? All right. So there you have it. Now, that's Patreon. I got so off the subject there because of a cheer. Patreon. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil. Pledge $5 by the end of this month to get in on the upcoming Twitch and Chill event. All right. Also, check out my girlfriend's business, The Black Currant. She sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. Really high-quality stuff. Okay. Don't take my word for it. Check it out for yourself. The link to her shop has been on the screen throughout this entire pre-stream, so you can give it a look yourself and decide for yourself based on all the customer feedback that she's had in the 2 years she's been in operation of how good the stuff is that she makes, okay? Definitely give it a look. Alright, the one other thing I want to talk about, and then I want to get started with gameplay. So, for those of you who've been following along, oh, by the way, special shout out again to Bomb Jin. His name scrolled off the screen, but he did a 20-bit cheer and said, thanks for answering my question. I know, I guess it was a little off topic, but yeah. There you go. For those who've been following along, you are aware that both DSPGaming and the King of Hate Vlogs have left their partnerships with Machinima. Only KO Gaming is still in a partnership with Machinima, and that's going to end soon. It's going to end in early April, okay? And then that channel will be partnered with a new company. So, what's been happening is DSPGaming's been partnered with a new company. And when that happens, sadly, a lot of my videos are getting claimed for content ID. There's not much I can do about it. It's pretty much all the Nintendo videos, as well as the licensed music. Alright, it's all being claimed. It sucks, but it is what it is. The King of Hate Vlogs, I did not roll into another partnership. I said, you know what? My vlogging channel, first of all, I don't post a hell of a lot up there. Let's face it. What do I post up on the King of Hate Vlogs? Once a week, I post up the week in preview. Every once in a while, I post up an update vlog, right? And, every once in a while, I'll do something different with the update or something like that. Like last night, I did the Teespring update. I've been doing some updates regarding my business for the past few weeks, so everyone's in the know on what's going on, right? And I got DSP Tries It, an ongoing series. And I've got Ask the King, an ongoing series. That's primarily what it is. Every once in a while, I'll do a different kind of video for that. But for the most part this year, I've been focusing here on the streaming, right? So I said, why am I going to roll this into another partnership? I'm just going to put ads on the videos through normal Google AdSense. It's not like that channel makes any money. Because that's the bottom line. The King of Hate Vlogs does not make much money at all. I think the most I ever made on that channel, I'm not exaggerating here, was a couple $100. It's not a channel that's profitable at all. It's always been the channel where I just relay information to you so that you know what's going on with me, rather than me trying to make money. It's not a money-making venture, really, at all, okay? So that being said, folks, it's now in an AdSense partnership, normal partnership, where you just have ads on your videos and you just make normal money. You don't have to be partnered with anybody else. So for the past week, I've been on this channel, and I've been looking at AdSense results. And it keeps saying, oh, you've got like 4,000 or 5,000 views a day on the channel. You've got a bunch of ad clicks. You got all this. $0 earned. Zero. And I'm like, how could this be possible? This doesn't make any sense. Like, how could this be possible that I have a channel that's getting 4,000 to 5,000 views a day? People are watching the videos. There's ad impressions recorded, all this. But it says I'm making no money on this channel. So all week I've been waiting. I talked with a few people who actually use AdSense, and they said that basically AdSense is incredibly delayed and doesn't really work properly. You might not even know for weeks, okay? So finally, this morning, I looked again. It's now the King of Hate Vlogs has officially, as of today, been outside of its Machinima partnership for a week. And it still said 0. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. So I started looking stuff up online. Of course, it's incredibly difficult to find any information online because guess what? YouTube has no support. I'll say that again. YouTube literally has no support. Unless you have a YouTube channel with 100,000 subscribers, YouTube does not have support. If you have a YouTube channel with 100,000 subs or more, and I think it's a certain number of view requirement too, then there's actually a help email address you can write to try to get answers. But outside of that, you can't get answers. So I have no one to go to for the King of Hate Vlogs to find any information out whatsoever. No one. So I'm looking all over the internet, and there's all these various different people having issues, right? And can't figure it out. Finally, I find this article from a year and a half ago. So we're talking, it's like late 2015 or early 2016. And someone writes, you know, same deal as me. I've linked my AdSense to my YouTube channel. It's saying I'm getting thousands of views a day, yet it says no revenue earned. No revenue earned. What is this, right? So I look, after like 3 pages of posts, someone actually finally responds and gives an intelligent answer that makes sense. And wait till you hear it. You're going to love it. Here's their answer. As of like 2015, YouTube stopped really supporting the AdSense page when it came to daily updates. They used to update it daily, and now they don't anymore. The AdSense page, because Google got so lazy, only updates once a month. Once a month. Imagine if you had a business, right? You had a business, and you only know what you've made once a month. You have no idea day to day how your business is. There's no visibility on the income you're bringing in. You can only tell once a month how you've done. That's pretty fucking shitty, right? But apparently what they did is they changed it so now your daily income goes into your analytics page, which is a page linked to your YouTube channel that tells you things like views and demographics and all kinds of data regarding your videos. So I said, all right, let me check this out. So I did. I looked at my analytics, and on my YouTube analytics, it actually started listing earnings. So the good news is the King of Hate Vlogs is working. The ads are working. They're earning revenue. So there's no issue there at all. The problem is that they didn't tell anyone. Once again, another thing that YouTube changed and did not notify anyone of is that the AdSense page doesn't even work. They only update it once a month. You have to go to analytics to see daily how your channel is doing. Unbelievable. So, it is what it is. At least now I know what to look at. And yeah, just like I suspected, the King of Hate Vlogs has made next to nothing. I think, I'm not even exaggerating. I think in like the week that the King of Hate Vlogs has been in operation here, I think I made like 30 bucks. It's something, but it's not necessarily anything significant. You know what I mean? But hey, at least it's there, and at least now I know it's working. So, oh yeah, and one final thing, and then we'll get started with Zelda. YouTube announced this week that moving forward, as of May 2nd, they are completely disabling annotations on YouTube. As of that date, what they're saying is that previous, like old annotations will work. So if you have videos with annotations on them from the past, they'll still work. But you will not be able to create any more annotations on YouTube videos starting May 2nd. They are completely getting rid of them. What they've said is now that they've instituted their new end card system, meaning at the end of every video, you can have a pop-up that shows like a related video or a recommended video, a call to action, which like subscribe by clicking here, or click here to check out my Patreon, or click here to check out my Teespring, that kind of stuff. So apparently, this is what they're claiming. Since they've instituted these end cards last year, they've seen a 60 to 70% decline in the use of annotations. Okay, that's what they're saying. I don't know if that's true. If you don't know what annotations are the ability to create a message or a superimposed like box over your videos on YouTube. For example, some YouTubers have what are called end cards. This is where the idea came from that YouTube stole, basically. Some YouTubers at the end of every video they put out, they have a box that says, click here to see my latest video. Click here to subscribe. Click here. And what they do is they have these links that appear. If you click the screen, you'll go there and actually have that stuff happen, okay? And And it's been a staple thing on YouTube forever. Like, since YouTube started, annotations have been a big thing. Some people integrate them fully into their videos to make interactive video series where you can click through video series and do stuff and go from video to video and stuff like that. So a lot of YouTubers like them. A lot of YouTubers enjoy them. The problem is that YouTube has now become a website that's primarily mobile focused, meaning YouTube is saying that about 70% of people who view YouTube now view the website on a mobile device, whether it's a smartphone or a tablet, and annotations don't work properly on mobile devices. If they even do pop up, they don't work properly. You can't click on them and it won't work properly. So basically YouTube is saying, well, since they don't work properly, we're just going to completely do away with them, all right? We're going to do away with them just from the get-go. No more of this. And then you just got to use our official end cards if you want to have anything at the end of your videos. Okay? Now, here's the deal. YouTube hates this idea. If you actually look, because this was, once again, how did YouTube announce this? A blog post. No one checks out YouTube's blog. I'm just going to reiterate that. No one. No one cares about YouTube's blog. They post a bunch of stupid shit up there that no one cares about. And then every once in a while, they'll put up something important like this, okay? The vast majority of responsive comments to this post are, this is a terrible idea. Their entire business is based off of the annotations. A lot of big YouTubers use these annotations, right, to have people go to certain videos or subscribe or do certain things at the end of their videos. A lot of people don't like the end cards. They think that they're too generic. They don't really call to action what you want people to look at. And in particular, you can only do 3 things in an end card. You can only do like 2 related videos or 1 related video and subscribe, or 1 related video and subscribe and go to a website. That's it. It's not like you can put like 5, 6 things up there. You can only put up to 3 things. So a lot of people hate YouTube's end cards. YouTube doesn't care. I'll say that again. YouTube just doesn't care. It's once again a situation here where YouTube is going to make a big sweeping change to the website. They're completely ignoring feedback. Even though last year, the CEO of YouTube came out publicly and said, we listen to all of your feedback and we care and we will directly listen to everything you say. They're completely ignoring all the feedback they're getting, saying keep annotations, and they're getting rid of them anyway. So just a warning for anyone who likes annotations. Maybe you watch other YouTubers who use annotations all the time. Personally, I don't. Quite honestly, because I knew they didn't work on mobile devices. Okay? And I never really saw... The few times I did use annotations, I didn't see any positive kind of anything coming out of it. Actually, there were a few playthroughs a couple years ago where I got recommendations from Machinima, and they were like, so this is one of your biggest playthroughs, you should put annotations. And I put it on there, and nothing happened. Nothing. So, for me, they've been far from effective. Others may have found them effective. Sorry, they're going away May 2nd, and YouTube doesn't care about your feedback or the fact that you use them. So you better get used to it. That is how YouTube operates. On paper, they see a statistic, and based on that statistic, they make a knee-jerk reaction versus actually asking the creators, the viewers, the people who use the website on a daily basis. They don't ask them. They just do whatever they want because they're Google, right? They're smart. They're smarter than you, and they're smarter than me. Apparently, that's what they think anyway. But anyway, I digress. All right. That's it, folks. Let's get started. 4+ hours of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda. Let's continue. Hopefully the Gerudos are an exciting race. I don't know. I haven't been there yet. We're going to see what happens in Gerudo Valley. Okay. It's just YouTube tipped me $1. Yes, YouTube tipped me $1, and it says, I heard you were talking shit like I wouldn't find out. Dude, hate to tell you this, it's called freedom of speech. And if YouTube ever didn't allow someone to post up anything that was critical of them, it would basically be considered censorship, and then they'd be fucked. So, unless someone's completely slandering YouTube, that would be one thing. I'm telling you facts. This is factual stuff. So they can't do shit. Alright. That is it, folks. Let's begin with Zelda. I'm excited. Oops, my headphones are on the floor. That's right, because I rotated my cushions earlier, so... I was rotating the cushions here on my love seat. It's time to begin. All right, folks, let's do this. Let's have some fun today. Here we go.